a small prayer, and then we'll get into the meeting. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for all who are present on this meeting, in this call, dear Lord, on this call. We ask that you would bless each and every one of us, bless the families that we represent, and help us to have a meaningful meeting, even though the numbers right now are small. But we hope that whatever we decide to deliver, that it will be of benefit to someone in our community. We ask all these blessings in your name. Amen. Once
Amen.
again, welcome. Thank you. Welcome, and thank you to everyone who is within the sound of my voice, everyone who is here to see what we have to present. So it's hard to believe that it's already May. The year just began, but it's May. Welcome, Miss Gibson.
Good evening.
Good evening. So we're here. This is May, as I said. May, like every month, there's a lot of celebration in each month. There's no shortage of celebration in May. Yesterday was May 1st, also known as May Day. There are so many celebrations in this month. And May 1st, also known as International Workers' Day, which is to encourage workers to be conscious of their rights. May 2nd, National Melanona Day. And that has to do with a day when you focus on skin health and the deadliest of skin cancers. It also teaches us to protect our skin, especially with the days being longer and warmer. It is a good time to remind everyone to wear sun protection and to get cancer screenings if you suspect a mold or other unusual growth on your body. May 1st, May 2nd, there's so many that we just choose a few dates and a few topics that we will focus on. So that's May 1st, May 2nd, May 3rd to May 6th, Teachers Appreciation Week. Teachers are so great and important that they have a whole week to savor our thanks and appreciation for the role that they play in our lives. Then we have May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May, is a holiday that celebrates the day of the Mexican Army's May 5th, 1862 victory over France at the Battle of Puebla during the Franco-Mexican War. While it is a relatively minor holiday in Mexico, in the United States, Cinco de Mayo has evolved into a communication of Mexican culture and heritage, particularly in areas with large Mexican American population. Then we'll be celebrating May 8th, Mother's Day, which is usually celebrated the second Sunday of May, a day to honor, acknowledge, and thank our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, our godmothers, women in general, living or deceased. Mothers are very important people. We also have the National Military Appreciation Day. Congress designated May as Military Appreciation Month in 1999 to allow the public to show appreciation for the present and past service members. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, which aims to raise awareness and educate the people about mental illnesses and reduce the stigma that surrounds mental illnesses. So members of the committee, some are not here today. They were to do presentations on each one of these topics that I just mentioned. So Without further ado, Miss Sadie,
Yes, yes, yes.
would you like to do a presentation on Teachers Appreciation Week,
I
which is
certainly
this
would
right?
like to. Yes. Good
Thank
evening,
you.
everyone. How is everybody doing? I don't hear anyone
Fine,
speaking.
I'm fine.
But
Thank you.
Doing fine.
okay,
Doing
now
great.
very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will do a little bit on Teacher Appreciation Day, and as you know, we all had teachers, right? We had teachers from we were babies till now we are we're seniors now. So we've gone through many teachers in many forms. And as they say, Teacher Appreciation Day, as described by the NEA, which spearheads the week-long event as a day for honoring teachers and recognizing the lasting contributions that they make on our lives. From we were babies until now, some of us are adults and some are seniors. We've gone through many stages, most of us, and we do appreciate those teachers that we have had along the line. And the pandemic has forced in a new way of teaching. Have you all seen that? You know, we're teaching in new ways now, because if we were to wait for the pandemic to disappear, none of us would be going to school, but we're still learning so many valuable things. And as you know, some of us who did not even know how to operate or turn on a computer, we are learning by what we call virtual or hybrid classrooms. That's when, you know, some people are in the classrooms and some are on their computers. And our teachers, they have pivoted and innovated new ways to teach our children. Teachers in District 12, which we are in currently, who had one of the highest rates during the pandemic. You know, we were really affected by the pandemic, have helped our children to thrive through all of this. In honor of Teacher History Month, that was first recognized by Congress in 1985, which helped from the National PTA. Would like to share this woman, this woman, that's Mary Sarah Jane Smith and Thompson Garnett. And this was during the time of between 1831 to 1911. Miss Garnett was the first black woman to teach in New York City Integrated School District, and would later become the first black woman to be principal in New York City school system. Much like the Mrs. Dickinson, Mrs. Bond, Mr. Theodore, educators and these were educators that serve in CB12, our community board, past and present. They're honored as and remembered as was Miss Garnett. I'm sorry, I'm reading something here. So, but you know, these people were in community board 12, and they were honored, and they must be remembered as great teachers and champion of equal rights. And they were also suffragists and leaders in their own right, and for our race also. So teachers are very important. And if you all remember your teacher, if you remember your first teacher, most of us can remember that because they were so instrumental in the way we were formed and raised. We all remember those first teachers. And sometimes you might say, well, my second grade teacher was the best teacher I ever had. Some of us have teachers who, well, they really formed our lives. So we'd like to give shout out and thank you to all our teachers. And I'm going to ask everyone here who has a teacher who is still alive, to call them and let them know what they have done for you and make your life the life you are living today. So that's my little presentation on behalf of Miss Lisa Hayes. This is her presentation, so I'm doing this for her this evening. So please call a teacher. If it's your child's teacher, your teacher, call a teacher when we later this week or sometime and let them know how you appreciate them. Thank you.
So much, Miss Sadie.
Yes.
Yes, teachers are very important, and they should be appreciated, and we should always let them know how much we thank them and appreciate them for what they have done for us. And it doesn't end in the classroom. Even after you graduate from school, from college, the good teachers,
Right.
you remember them, and they're still your mentors sometimes. So yes, kudos to our teachers.
So call our teachers. Call somebody, your child's teacher. If you appreciate them, let them know how you appreciate them.
Marlene Brown, Allen, are you able to do your presentation on
Yes,
military national? Are you able to?
yes, I have something.
Okay, thank you, Marlene.
I'm gonna try to share my screen. If I'm not able to, then that's fine. I'll just go ahead and read what I have.
Do you remember to record? Are you
Yes,
recording?
yes.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I think it's gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read what I have
Okay.
instead of sharing. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So my presentation is on National Military Appreciation Month, and it's celebrated in the month of May. And National Military Appreciation Month is abbreviated as NMAM, and it was designated by Congress in 1999. And it occurs each year throughout the month of May. And what they do have is a yearly proclamation, which is issued by the president, reminding Americans to celebrate their patriotic month in a symbolic and unified manner. Tributes are paid to those who sacrificed for our freedom, and NMAM celebrates current and former members of the United States Armed Forces. And they go as far as to break down the different celebration that they have throughout the month of May. And I have it here on my slide as Military Appreciation Month observance and events. And so I itemized some of the events that they do celebrate. On May 1st, they have Loyalty Day, which was established in 1921. And the kickoff, it just kicks off what they do throughout the month. Right? It's a month-long celebration that is designated to the military personnel, and it just shows appreciation for the work that they have done. The days set aside for the reaffirmation of loyalty to the United States and to reflect on the proud heritage of our American freedom. During the week of May 7th to 13th, they have Public Service Recognition Week, a time to honor the men and women who serve our nation as federal, state, country, and local government employees and ensure that our government is the best in the world. So they take pride in doing this, activity. We also have Victory in Europe Day, which is V-Day, and that's was established on May 8th in 1945. Is the day when Germans throughout Europe unconditionally surrendered to the Allies. So this was at the end of World War II, and this date marked that significance. May 12th is Military Spouse Appreciation Day, and it occurs the Friday before Mother's Day, where they show appreciation to all the military spouses, all the mothers. It's a day to honor military spouses with appropriate ceremonies and activities, and where they recognize the important role of our military family and what the efforts that they put into, the armed forces to make it as strong and safe for all Americans. May 20th is Armed Force Day, and it's celebrated the third Sunday in May. Each year, this is an event that is celebrated. Citizens come together and thank our military members for their patriotic service in support of our country. This day honors everyone serving in the U.S. military branches, which are the Air Force, the Army, the Coast Guard, Marines, Navy, and Space Force. There is Armed Force Week, which leads up to Armed Force Day, and many activities are planned during this week. I think someone needs to mute.
Somebody needs to mute your phone, please.
Okay, mute me, Carmen Ortiz. I'll mute.
Okay, please. Thank you. Go
Next
ahead,
day,
Ms. Brown.
yes, next we have Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is a federal holiday observed on the last Monday in May. And during this, the events on this day, they just do activities to remember the veterans and to commemorate the men and women who have died in military service. And I was just thinking of some ways in which we could celebrate, and show our appreciation to all these service men and women. And some of the things that we can do is to donate vehicles to our vehicle that we may not want, or maybe changing our vehicle. We could donate it to veterans, and they themselves could, sell it or do whatever it is that they want to do with it. And then that could support the families. We could just talk about, the importance of the armed services. We can also volunteer. We can recognize our local veterans. We can send a card or just hang a wreath at, the cemetery in observance of these patriotic individuals that serve in the military. And in closing, I just want to share that the month of May is dedicated to showcase our appreciation to the men and women who have sacrificed their lives while in the line of duty. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We salute, we honor, and we appreciate the men and women who have sacrificed their life. Thank you very much. Miss Carmen Ortiz.
Yes.
Afternoon and welcome. Carmen. Miss Ortiz. She's in and out. Carmen? Okay, so our next presentation, I don't see her here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Are you ready to do your presentation?
Yeah. It was,
I had to break it down small. If I would have had to write this, it would have been like 20 pages. You know, it's
We
about
don't want to
asthma.
stay here. We
Huh?
don't want to stay here. We don't want to be here until Wednesday.
I know. That's why I said I had to break it down in, in the most points that I could, explain the topic. Okay, my topic is asthma, and I guess we can run in with allergy, but because that's how we get asthma, through allergy. We get asthma through a lot of things, and like I was saying, this topic is very, very long to state it, but the the asthma was discovered in 1892, and the founder, one of the co-founders of that illness, was William Oster, Oster, Sir William Oster, and he worked in John Hopkins Hospital medical school. And the way that he found, he did his definition of asthma, to him, or to all of us, I guess, it's a bronchial spasm. Is a bronchial spasm. Sometimes it comes out through allergy, and the allergies are different allergies. We have pollen. We have pollutants. We have I wanted to, Anyway, we have kinds of pollen. We have all kinds of different allergies. We could get allergy through the trees and mold and a lot of stuff that create. If we don't take care of the allergy, that will be created to the asthma, because it attacks, like it says, the bronchial branches of our body. There is a lot of medications that we can take, but we can also have testing before the season of allergy starts, because sometimes the season of allergy can produce asthma. But I never had any allergies until recently this year, and from that I was able to develop a very bad bronchial asthma pneumonia, which was a couple of months ago, and it's very tiring. You don't get as much fever, but you just got a lot of phlegm on your chest and everything. Now the word asthma, it comes from the Greek people, which is, they call it Ozein, which is Oozein. That means exhale with open mouth and panting and sharp breath, and it causes the respiratory distress. So that's how they explain, the Greek people that say that's the word asthma to them means Ozein. There's more than 3 million cases in 1 year. There really is 18 million adults and around 16 children. Children, when we get asthma, usually we get it during childhood, and then from childhood it can go all the way up to adults, and adults can get it too, asthma. And let me see. Yeah, it's it's a definition. Like I said, the asthma was by the Greek, and this disease has been going back to the BC. You know, except that nobody knew the names of it until they started to study the recipients of that. And childhood is usually starts in childhood. Sometimes it lasts to old age, or sometimes the old age can get it too. But it's a spasm of the bronchioles and it's swelling of the bronchial branches. Okay, that's the that's my
Your presentation. Thank you very much, Ms.
yes.
Ortiz.
I mean, I could go on and on and on, but as I said, this is the most topic, just topic. Okay.
Thank you very much. And of course, with asthma, it can be very dangerous. So once you feel like you're breathing hard or your chest is too heavy or tight, then I think it's time for you to get some help,
Yes.
get some
Yes.
oxygen, go to the emergency room. Because
Yes.
once you're
People
asthmatic
die.
and
Yeah.
you're not feeling well and you go there, they take care of you right away.
Yes. Yes.
Very,
Yes.
very,
Because
very
they have to.
important.
Yeah. Because they have to open up the
Right. The lungs.
the bronchial tubes gets strict, and that's what causes the panting,
Yeah, the
like the dog.
wheezing. Right. Thank you so
But
much
there's
for that
there's a lot of
presentation.
different allergies that can cause that. Dog dander and moles and dust, different kinds of stuff that you have to, if you are an asthmatic, you have to be careful about it. That's I should have just said when you told me that's good. The presentation is all right. I shouldn't have kept on going.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ms. Ortiz.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to have to read Mother's Day, the history of Mother's Day. The presenter is, I don't see her here. Miss Hannah
I will
Godfrey, are
send you
you
the
here?
copy of this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's not here. So I'll read about the history of Mother's Day.
Okay.
3 women, Anna Reese Jarvis, Julia Ward Howe, and Anna M. Jarvis, that's the daughter of Anna Reese Jarvis, who championed efforts towards better health, welfare, peace, and love, contributed to the day we all celebrate on the second Sunday in May each year. Mother's Day in the United States began as a women's movement to better the lives of other Americans. Ann Jarvis, otherwise known as Mother Jarvis, organized Mother's Day work clubs in West Virginia to combat unsanitary living conditions and teach young mothers how to safely care for their children. Julia Ward Howe in 1870 called for a Mother's Day for Peace, dedicated to the celebration of peace and the eradication of war. After the death of Anna M. Jarvis in 1905, her daughter Anna Jarvis memorialized her mother's lifelong activism in 1907 with a memorial service held at the Methodist Church in Grafton, West Virginia. The following year, on May 10th, 1908, a Mother's Day service was held at that same church to acknowledge all mothers. Thus was born the idea that the second Sunday in May be set aside to honor every mother, living or deceased. In 1914, President Woodrow Wilson signed a bill designated the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day, just as Anna Jarvis wanted to honor her mother and the work she did. We commemorate the many ways mothers have fought to better the lives of their children, from social welfare to non-violence. We also honor the way mothers have raised and nurtured their children with love and courage. So today we know that Mother's Day will be next Sunday, May 8th. We honor, we appreciate all our mothers, grandmothers, godmothers. As a matter of fact, I always say that most women are mothers, because even if they did not give birth, but they're so nurturing. Most women are so nurturing that they're mothers, even though they did not give birth. So happy Mother's Day to all our mothers. And we also remember the mothers who have gone on before us, those who are deceased. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. We appreciate you, we love you. That's the presentation on mothers. And the final one on our list is one that is dear to my heart, and it's one that many people do not speak about, but it is so very important, and it's plaguing the lives of so many now, young and old, especially since this pandemic, and that is mental health awareness. So mental illness is a condition that affects a person's thinking, feeling, behavior, or mood. These conditions deeply impact day-to-day living and may also affect the ability to relate to others. If you have or think you might have a mental illness, the first thing you must know is that you are not alone. Mental health conditions are far more common than we think, mainly because people don't like to or are scared to talk about them. However, in the United States, statistics show that 1 in 5 United States adults experience mental illness each year. 1 in 20 United States adults experience serious mental illness each year. 1 in 6 youth between the ages of 6 and 17 experience a mental health disorder each year. 50% of all lifetime mental illness begins by age 14 and 75% by age 24. A mental health condition isn't the result of one event. Research suggests multiple linking causes: genetics, environment, and lifestyle influence whether someone develops a mental health condition. A stressful job or home life makes some people more susceptible, as do traumatic life events. Biochemical processes and circuits and basic brain structure play a role also. Mental illness is no one's fault. For many people, recovery, including roles in social life, schools, and work, is possible, especially when you start treatment early and play a strong role in your own recovery process. So, let's prioritize mental health and increase awareness about mental health. It is really so important that we get ourselves evaluated. If we realize that we're acting strange or we really don't feel like we should be doing things the way we're doing it, let's find someone whom we can trust, talk to them, and get ourselves evaluated. And that's my report on mental health awareness. I thank you all so much. Is there anyone who has any concerns, want to ask any questions, or want to add to whatever we just, the presentations that we just make? If anyone would like to add something to it or to say more, we welcome that at this point.
Barbara Gibson,
Hello, Ms. Gibson, welcome.
thank you.
Do you want to add?
Yeah, I want to speak about teachers, but I do believe that the after-school mentor teachers that handle the kids after they leave school are not addressed. And for the work that they do, they help the kids with the penmanship. They help them to learn how to write on the line. They learn how to write their name. They just don't, I don't find that they are recognized like they do the teachers. But the majority kids today, when they leave school, they go to a mentor and they really play.
Hello? Ms. Gibson? Did we lose her or she's done? Ms. Gibson?
Mentors that have the kids after the teachers. I don't,
Okay, we lost you there for a while.
but thank you so much.
And I thank you for mentioning that, because especially during the pandemic or since the pandemic, I noticed, and my son was even concerned. He has sons who are 7 years old. And he was saying, oh, my sons will never learn to write, because now everything was, at the time, everything was done virtually and on a computer. So they don't know anything about penmanship. So at that time, they would be at the daycare center some days, which he mentioned to the teacher there. And she says, don't worry, I'll teach them penmanship in the meantime. So yes, a lot of our kids have lost out on that. I thank you for that.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. I really enjoyed your mini presentation, and I'm glad I joined your meeting tonight. You really uplift me, and Mother's Day is coming, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Number ending in 91, I think you want to say something, would you? You have something to say? Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to add something, to ask a question, make comments? We would appreciate that.
I would like to say something. Carmen. Hello?
Sure, Carmen. Sure.
I was just looking at on TV with this afternoon with the death of Miss Judd, the
Yes.
sisters that, and I was saying I saw her when she was in the Grammys. Can you ever think that this woman had mental illness? You know, and all of a sudden she said she just couldn't. She had an interview with Robbins a couple of days ago, and she was talking about how nothing that they have given her has helped her, and she was saying that you see me looking sparkling on TV with all my shining gold and diamonds, but you don't know how deep inside I am. I am so broken inside, you know. So mental illness is something that is really deep in terms of,
Real.
you know, how people can can mask it,
Yes.
and
And it's
they
real.
can
A
mask
lot of
it.
people, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's real. Mental illness is real.
it is. It's
It's
real.
not
Yeah.
fake. It's real.
So that's
But
what I was
it's
thinking about what you were saying about the mental illness. Yeah.
why people need to get together. But you have to trust the person that you want to sit and talk with
Yes, you
about
do. Yes.
this. Yeah, you
Yes.
have to trust that person, and so that they can give you positive feedback. That's what you
Yeah.
need.
Mhm.
So the conversation has to continue.
Yes.
Thank you. Else, any comments? Well, hearing none. 9-6, do you have something to say? No. Well, hearing no other comments, no one has anything else to say. I thank you all for coming. To the women, I wish you a very happy Mother's Day, knowing that you're loved and you're appreciated. Thank you so much. And for the
Okay.
men who act like mothers, your day's coming.
Yes. Yes. Some of them are really mothers because they are single
Yes,
parents and
yes, yes, yes.
they are
Yeah,
taking
it's
care
true.
of their children too, just like a woman does. Take care of the children as a single parent. Their mothers and
Yes,
fathers, just like the mother is mother and father. You know.
that's right. So we
Uh,
thank you all.
and thank you too. And I
Thank
will
you.
give. Carmen says that she will write up. I mean, she will write up everything so that I can send it to you, or should I fax it to you, or should I mail it to you? My report. Are you collecting reports?
When you say mail, you're talking about mail through the post office?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you know
Carmen.
what? I can email it to you
That's right.
by
Email
writing in
is good.
yeah, I can. My daughter can help me with that. You know,
Okay.
she can put it in the email. I don't know how she'd something about pasting and something another. But anyway, can I?
Cut
I
and
think
paste.
do I have your email?
Yes, you
I
do.
think I
Yes, you
do.
do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at
Okay.
your contacts. Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I adjourn. Carmen Ortiz is saying to adjourn the meeting, and it's 7:58 p.m.
Thank you.
I second it.
Second?
Nobody seconded?
Pardon.
No, they want to stay here.
Barbara Gibson seconds it.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you
okay.
very much, Ms. Gibson.
All right.
Take care, all.
Take
Thanks for
care and
coming.
happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Okay.
Many, many blessings and many, many love.
Yes,
Happy
Okay?
Mother's Day to all.
Yes.
very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Thanks, Marlene, for being at the wheel.